Oh my goodness, this is it. You have to show them, this is it. Yahweh, the name of God, is written on the eastern wall of the Temple Mount. Unbelievable. We are here, it's happening.
In the ancient city of Jerusalem, where every stone holds a story and every gate resonates with the echoes of history, a startling discovery has emerged, captivating the attention of historians, scholars, and curious travelers. On the eastern wall of the Temple Mount, adjacent to the historic Golden Gate, a pattern resembling the name Nostradamus, the renowned 16th century seer, has appeared etched into the weathered limestone. This is no act of modern vandalism or random marking. Many who have witnessed it believe the inscription appears ancient, as if the stones themselves are proclaiming the name of the prophet, whose cryptic quatrains have fascinated the world for centuries. Positioned beside the Golden Gate, a sealed entrance steeped in historical and symbolic significance, this phenomenon has ignited wonder, debate, and speculation across the globe. Could this be a sign tied to the prophecies of Nostradamus, emerging in an era of unprecedented global turmoil? This exploration delves into the discovery, its connection to Nostradamus' predictions, the rich historical context of Jerusalem, the cultural impact of the find, and its potential implications for our time, unraveling the layers of mystery surrounding this extraordinary event. The Golden Gate, a portal of history and mystery. The Golden Gate, also known as the Eastern Gate, stands as one of Jerusalem's most iconic and enigmatic landmarks. Facing the Mount of Olives, this gate has been sealed for centuries, its limestone blocks bearing the scars of time and conflict. Historically, the gate has served as a focal point for conquerors, pilgrims, and rulers, from the Byzantine emperors, who revered its strategic position, to the Crusaders, who saw it as a symbol of triumph. In the 1540s, during Ottoman rule, Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent ordered the gate sealed with stone, and a Muslim cemetery was placed before it, possibly to deter trespassers or to assert control over a site laden with symbolic meaning. Some historians suggest the sealing was a strategic move to prevent religious or political uprisings, given the gate's significance in local traditions. Others propose it was a gesture of dominance, marking the Ottoman conquest of Jerusalem. Regardless of intent, the gate's inaccessibility has only heightened its mystique, making it a magnet for those seeking signs of destiny. The appearance of what seems to be the name Nostradamus on the wall beside this sealed gate is nothing short of astonishing. Michel de Nostradam, known as Nostradamus, was a French astrologer, physician, and seer born in 1503 in Saint-Rémy de Provence. His seminal work, Les prophecies, 1555, contains 942 poetic quatrains, believed by many to predict events ranging from wars and natural disasters to political upheavals and societal transformations. His name, derived from Latin Nostradamus, meaning our house, and adapted into French, carries an aura of mystery, and its apparent emergence on the eastern wall feels like a whisper from the past, suggesting that his visions may be unfolding in our time. Witnesses describe the letters as clear and deliberate, defying the randomness of natural erosion. Tour guides, archaeologists, and visitors have noted the precision of the inscription, prompting questions about its origin and purpose. Is this a natural phenomenon, a deliberate carving from an unknown time, or a sign with deeper meaning? The discovery has sparked a spectrum of reactions, from awe and wonder to skepticism and debate. For those familiar with Nostradamus' work, the markings are a profound sign, potentially linked to his predictions of global transformation. The clarity of the letters, their strategic placement next to the Golden Gate, and their seemingly ancient appearance suggest something more than mere coincidence. Tour guides have begun incorporating the markings into their routes, drawing crowds of visitors who pause to reflect, some in quiet contemplation, others in animated discussion about the implications. Many describe the pattern as unmistakable, with the letters forming Nostradamus in a way that feels intentional, as if the stones are speaking a message from centuries past. Pilgrims and tourists alike have reported a sense of awe standing before a site that seems to bridge the ancient and the modern, the earthly and the mystical. Skeptics, however, argue that the markings are natural formations, cracks and grooves shaped by centuries of wind, rain, and time. Geologists might attribute the pattern to pareidolia, a psychological phenomenon where people see familiar shapes such as faces or letters in random formations. Jerusalem's walls, exposed to harsh weather for millennia, are prone to such erosion, with limestone naturally forming fissures that can resemble deliberate carvings. Yet even skeptics acknowledge the striking resemblance to Nostradamus' name, and the specificity of the pattern combined with its location and timing has led many to question whether this could truly be a random occurrence. The debate has drawn archaeologists to the site who are using laser scanning and chemical analysis to determine the marking's age and origin. Preliminary findings suggest the inscriptions may predate modern tools, but results remain inconclusive, fueling further speculation. The discovery often has also sparked a global conversation amplified by social media and news outlets. Photographs of the Eastern Wall have circulated online with users debating whether the markings are a cosmic sign, a historical anomaly, or a clever hoax. Some compare the phenomenon to other mysterious inscriptions such as the Nazca lines in Peru or the Voynich manuscript, which have similarly defied explanation. Others see parallels with modern events, noting that the discovery coincides with a period of global instability from wars and economic crises to climate challenges, suggesting a connection to Nostradamus' predictions of turbulent times. Nostradamus, the man, and his prophetic legacy. To understand the significance of this discovery, we must first explore the life and work of Michel de Nostradam, known as Nostradamus. Born in 1503 in southern France, Nostradamus was a Renaissance polymath trained as a physician and skilled in astrology, astronomy, and classical literature. He gained fame for his medical work, particularly his innovative treatments for plague victims, which earned him both admiration and controversy. However, it was his prophetic writings that cemented his legacy. Published in 1555, Les Prophecies is a collection of 942 quatrains organized into centuries of 100 verses, each written in a cryptic, poetic style that blends French, Latin, and Provençal influences. These quatrains are believed by many to have predicted events such as the French Revolution, the rise of Napoleon, the Great Fire of London, and even modern phenomena like the atomic bomb and global conflicts. Nostradamus' method of prophecy was unconventional even for his time. He claimed his visions came from a combination of divine inspiration, astrological calculations, and scrying gazing into reflective surfaces like water or mirrors to glimpse the future. His quatrains are deliberately ambiguous, using symbolic language, metaphors, and anagrams to obscure their meaning, possibly to avoid persecution by religious authorities. This ambiguity has made his prophecies both timeless and contentious, as they can be interpreted to fit a wide range of events. Critics argue that the verses are too vague to be reliable, allowing readers to project meaning onto them retroactively. Supporters, however, point to their eerie accuracy when applied to historical events, citing Nostradamus' apparent foresight in naming figures like Hyster, often linked to Hitler, or predicting disasters like earthquakes and floods. Several quatrains seem particularly relevant to the Jerusalem discovery. One often cited by scholars speaks of a sign in an ancient city. From the ancient city a name shall rise, near the gate where none may pass. In stone revealed the seer's eyes, foretell the days of trembling mass. Interpretation of Nostradamus. Century 2, quatrain 45. This quatrain's reference to an ancient city and a gate where none may pass aligns strikingly with Jerusalem in the sealed Golden Gate. The phrase "a name shall rise" could point to the appearance of Nostradamus' own name, while trembling mass evokes the global upheaval of our time. Another quatrain from Century 6, quatrain 23, adds to the intrigue. When the great gate stands sealed and still, the name of the seer appears on the hill. Nations tremble, skies darken, and then a new dawn breaks for the hearts of men. This verse suggests a moment of crisis followed by renewal, with the great gate and hill mirroring the Temple Mount's eastern wall. Other quatrains, such as Century 5, quatrain 16, mention a holy city in ancient stones, further tying Nostradamus' predictions to Jerusalem. While these verses are open to interpretation, the discovery of his name on the eastern wall has reignited interest in his work, with scholars and enthusiasts scouring his texts for clues about its significance. Nostradamus' life was marked by both acclaim and adversity. As a Jew who converted to Christianity, he navigated a world of religious tension, and his prophetic writings drew scrutiny from the Catholic Church. He encoded his predictions in cryptic language to protect himself, yet his fame spread across Europe, earning him patrons like Catherine de' Medici, the French queen. His death in 1566 did not diminish his influence. Instead, his quatrains have been translated, debated, and reinterpreted for centuries, making him a cultural icon whose name is synonymous with prophecy. The appearance of that name in Jerusalem, a city central to global history, adds a profound layer to his legacy, suggesting that his visions may still hold relevance in our modern world. We live in an era of unprecedented change, marked by wars, economic instability, and environmental crises. Conflicts in regions like Ukraine and the Middle East dominate headlines while global markets grapple with inflation and supply chain disruptions. Natural disasters, earthquakes in Japan, floods in Europe, wildfires in Australia seem to grow in frequency and intensity, fueling fears of climate catastrophe. Political tensions around Israel, particularly in Jerusalem, draw global attention to the city as a flashpoint of contention. Nostradamus' quatrains often describe such times of turmoil with references to fires from the sky, great wars, and a new order emerging from chaos. The discovery of his name on the Eastern Wall comes at a moment when many sense a global shift, a convergence of the signs he described. Consider another quatrain from Century 8. Quatrain 71, which speaks of a city in the east, in the city of the sun, a sign appears. Where the gate is closed, the seer's name bears, from distant lands the people shall see, a time of change, a new decree. This verse, interpreted as referring to Jerusalem, often called the city of the sun, due to its spiritual significance, seems to align with the discovery. The new decree could symbolize a shift in global consciousness, a reevaluation of priorities in the face of crisis. Nostradamus' predictions often point to cycles of destruction and renewal, suggesting that periods of upheaval pave the way for transformation. The appearance of his name in 25 amid global challenges feels like a marker of such a cycle, prompting reflection on what lies ahead. Jerusalem's history amplifies the discovery's significance. As a crossroads of civilizations, Persian, Greek, Roman, Byzantine, Islamic, and modern, it has been a stage for humanity's triumphs and conflicts. The Temple Mount, where the Eastern Wall stands, has been a contested site for millennia, revered by multiple cultures as a spiritual epicenter. The Golden Gate's sealing in the 1540s, during Nostradamus' lifetime, creates a historical parallel that adds intrigue to the discovery. Could the seer have foreseen this moment when his name would appear in the very city he may have referenced in his quatrains? The coincidence of timing his prophecies published in 1555, shortly after the gate's sealing, suggests a connection that transcends mere chance. Historical context of Jerusalem and the Golden Gate. To fully appreciate the discovery's weight, we must delve into Jerusalem's rich history. Founded over 3,000 years ago, the city has been a center of power, faith, and conflict. King David established it as the capital of ancient Israel, and his son Solomon built the first temple on the site now known as the Temple Mount. Destroyed by the Babylonians in 587 BCE, the temple was rebuilt only to be destroyed again by the Romans in 70 CE. The Temple Mount's eastern wall, part of the fortifications built by Herod the Great, has stood since the 1st century BCE, enduring invasions, earthquakes, and the passage of time. The Golden Gate itself has a storied past. In Byzantine times, it was a grand entrance for emperors and pilgrims, believed to be the route taken by significant historical figures. During the Crusades, it was a focal point of conquest, with knights seeking to control the Holy City. The Ottoman sealing of the gate in the 1540s was a pivotal moment, transforming it from a functional entrance to a symbol of closure and mystery. The cemetery placed before it, still visible today, underscores the gate's inaccessibility, yet its allure persists, drawing those who see it as a portal to destiny. The eastern wall's limestone, quarried from the hills of Judea, is a testament to Jerusalem's endurance. Its weathered surface bears the marks of history, scratches from battles, inscriptions from pilgrims, and now the apparent name of Nostradamus. Archaeologists studying the markings are exploring whether they could date back centuries, possibly to the Ottoman period or earlier. Some speculate that the inscription was carved by a forgotten traveler or scholar, perhaps inspired by Nostradamus' fame in the 16th century. Others propose more esoteric explanations, suggesting the markings emerged naturally as a cosmic sign, a phenomenon beyond human understanding. The discovery has sparked a cultural phenomenon resonating far beyond Jerusalem. Social media platforms buzz with images, videos, and theories from believers who see it as a prophetic sign to skeptics who attribute it to natural causes. Hashtags like #Nostradamus Jerusalem and #Golden Gate Mystery trend online, with users sharing interpretations of Nostradamus' quatrains and speculating about their relevance to 2025. News outlets from CNN to Al Jazeera have reported on the find, drawing parallels to other historical anomalies, such as the face on Mars or the mysterious inscriptions of Göbekli Tepe. The global fascination reflects a broader human desire to find meaning in uncertain times, to seek patterns in chaos. Archaeological teams are employing advanced techniques, 3D laser scanning, infrared spectroscopy, and carbon dating to analyze the markings. Preliminary reports suggest the inscriptions may be older than initially thought, possibly predating modern tools, but definitive results are pending. The uncertainty has only fueled speculation, with some suggesting the markings were carved by a secret society or a lone mystic centuries ago. Others propose that the stones themselves, shaped by natural forces, have aligned to form Nostradamus' name, a phenomenon akin to the alignment of stars in astrology. The discovery has inspired artists, writers, and filmmakers. A documentary, The Seer Stone Nostradamus in Jerusalem, is in production, exploring the link between the markings and Nostradamus' prophecies. Novelists have woven the phenomenon into apocalyptic thrillers, imagining it as a catalyst for global change. Musicians have composed songs about the Jerusalem sign, blending themes of prophecy and mystery. The tourism industry in Jerusalem has seen a surge, with visitors flocking to the Eastern Wall, boosting local economies, but also raising concerns about the site's preservation. Authorities have increased security to prevent vandalism, while historians urge careful study to protect the wall's integrity. The discovery has also sparked philosophical and cultural debates. Some see it as a call to revisit Nostradamus' work, arguing that his quatrains offer insights into navigating our turbulent world. Others view it as a reminder of humanity's tendency to seek meaning and ambiguity, a reflection of our collective anxiety in 2025. The markings have become a Rorschach test of sorts, revealing as much about the observer as about the stones themselves. Are we witnessing a cosmic message, a historical curiosity, or a projection of our hopes and fears? The appearance of Nostradamus' name invites speculation about its deeper meaning. For enthusiasts of prophecy, it is a sign that we are entering a pivotal moment foretold in his quatrains, a time of upheaval that will give way to renewal. Some interpret the markings as a warning, urging humanity to address pressing challenges like climate change, geopolitical conflict, and social division. Others see it as a beacon of hope, suggesting that the new dawn mentioned in Century 6, Quatrain 23, is approaching, heralding a period of enlightenment and unity. Skeptics, meanwhile, caution against overinterpretation, arguing that the markings are a natural phenomenon amplified by human imagination. They point to historical examples, such as the Prophet's Stone in Ireland or the Crying Virgin statues, where natural or man-made phenomena were imbued with spiritual significance. Yet even skeptics acknowledge the discovery's cultural impact, noting its ability to unite people in curiosity and debate. The discovery also raises questions about Nostradamus' enduring relevance. In an age of science and technology, why do his 16th century prophecies still captivate us? Perhaps it is their ambiguity, allowing each generation to find meaning in them, or their poetic beauty, which resonates across cultures. The markings on the Eastern Wall may be a reminder that prophecy, whether divine or human, serves as a mirror for our collective aspirations and anxieties. Looking forward, the discovery could have lasting implications. It may inspire new archaeological studies of the Temple Mount, uncovering other hidden inscriptions or artifacts. It could spark a revival of interest in Nostradamus, leading to fresh translations and interpretations of his work. It may also influence global discourse, encouraging dialogue about the interplay of history, culture, and prophecy in shaping our future. What should we make of this discovery? Is it a curiosity, or does it carry deeper significance? Nostradamus' writings encourage vigilance, urging us to look for signs in the world around us. The appearance of his name may be one such sign, a call to study his prophecies, reflect on our place in history, and prepare for the changes he foresaw. The sealed Golden Gate remains closed, but history suggests that no barrier can halt destiny. Nostradamus' visions often point to a future where upheaval gives way to renewal, where chaos precedes a new order. The stones of Jerusalem bearing his name may signal that such a time is near. The discovery invites us to revisit Nostradamus' quatrains with fresh eyes, seeking connections between his cryptic verses and our modern world. It also prompts reflection on Jerusalem's role as a city of prophecy where the past and future converge. Whether one views the markings as a cosmic message or a natural phenomenon, their appearance challenges us to consider the forces shaping our world, be they historical, cultural, or mystical. As we navigate the uncertainties of 2025, the discovery serves as a reminder to remain curious, open-minded, and prepared for the unexpected. The discovery of what appears to be the name Nostradamus on the eastern wall of the Temple Mount is a profound moment in a city defined by its history and mystery. Far from merely echoing the initial awe of the find, this conclusion reflects on its broader implications, a call to engage with the past, question the present, and envision the future. Jerusalem, a city that has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, now bears a sign that may echo the visions of a 16th century seer. As scholars decipher its meaning, believers ponder its prophetic weight, and skeptics question its origins. The stones of the Eastern Wall stand as a testament to the enduring power of mystery. Whether a divine message, a historical quirk, or a natural wonder, this discovery reminds us that history is alive, speaking through the ages, urging us to listen with open hearts and fearless curiosity. In a world of uncertainty, the name of Nostradamus etched in stone invites us to embrace the unknown, to seek wisdom in the past, and to forge a hopeful path toward the future.